in our generation, people like to anoint and crown shit and say that it's brand new, like, and it's literally not. And I think that's crazy because at the same time, like, I think it's like I said, I think it's new variations, right? Like, you're looking at when we look at sports, like some of the things we see in sports, it's not nothing new. It's just newer versions of the same shit we've been watching. Randall Cunningham, still low key athletically colder than half of the dudes in the league. They think Lamar Jackson was cold. Randall Cunningham was juking the shit out of Lawrence Taylor though. Lawrence Taylor, the greatest pass rushing linebacker in the history of the game. So if Lamar Jackson cold and he doing it against these dudes, and Lawrence Taylor back in the day was the motherfucking prototype, was motherfucking revolutionary. What the fuck did I say about Randall Cunningham, who never even got to be that great? So it's the same thing with the music in this generation. It's like, bro, it's plenty of people who didn't even get to be that great back in the day. They put all kinds of shit in the game, and it's just coming back now. Or they did be great, and that shit is just coming back around.
Yeah, I think we understand and we respect, you know, quality and the individualism that came through music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in the day, you prided in having it not sound biting and being who you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And now it's different. And I'm not saying, you know, oh, you know, I don't mess with nobody because they all do the same. Like, bro, some of the stuff is hard. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, hell no.
Like,
hell yeah.
I was listening to that you feel me, slippery.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, Offset. Like, to me, bro, he's like
the best Migos.
I call him,
and one of the best in the game to me.
Bro, this is just me. I feel like he's like low-key like the Snoop Dogg of our generation, bro. And the reason why I say that is because, bro, I've been listening to Migos, like, oh my god, bro, they've been going, like, it's just crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And
that run they had was crazy because when you go and look at it, and then you go look at the depth of like the actual ability to rap. Because again, people saying all of this stuff about rapping, but I'm proud. Like, you understand and you get, and can't nobody do what they doing. And then when you look deeper into it, what Offset is doing, because he just as swaggy as Quavo though, but rap like, and it's going hard when he rapping. So I definitely can feel what you're saying on that, because again, that's legit. Because again, he like I think he's one of the best. He the best one in the Migos, and I think he's one of the best rappers in the rap game right now. Period. Especially because his album put him over the top.
Like, bro, like when you listen to Ric Flair drip, like how he spit. I don't care if
I get what you're saying about the Snoop thing.
He didn't write the verse, bro. Like, I'm just talking about cadence.
And every time
swag, like,
but that's why
the way he rapped, like, you could tell he has the swag.
But that's why his album is crazy.
Has the swag, bro.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Nobody was rapping like him in the 90s. Nobody had a stage presence. Nobody had none of that. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, bro. Yeah. So I see him do like shows and stuff for like whatever TV shows, and he'll do all his old stuff, and it's crazy, bro. Like, people still, like, certain, like, artists that are just never gonna, you know what I mean? Like, they're just not gonna fall off.
They're revolutionary, and again, like, that's one of my things. Look, that's what I'm saying. So this is why our connection and our relationship is dope, because at the same time, like, literally, this is one of the things I felt about Snoop. I think you probably gonna disagree even in, you know, with you saying what you're saying, because this perspective, this next one is mine. I think Snoop, to me, is one of the top 10, top 5 rappers in the history of the rap game. Because again,
I agree, but I put him at number 2 or 1, bro.
Okay, so exactly. So again, so people got people like Biggie in their top 5. I think if you gonna give me the 5, he go over Biggie in the 5 to me.
Yeah, but he didn't have, like, even when you talk about, like, bro, because I was watching interviews, people were saying, like, bro, nobody was bigger than Snoop Dogg, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. Nobody was bigger than Snoop
Biggie and Tupac were great, but they, dude,
At their height, they was never bigger than Snoop. They was just as big.
Bow Wow was. I feel like he was like a younger version of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, if he had stayed popping or was stayed elite at rapping, he could have became that. But still, I literally agree.
I don't feel like he doesn't have the bars.
Yeah, no, he ain't never had the songs or Snoop came in. Every verse was iconic.
The best of Snoop Dogg 2005.
Oh my god.
There were songs that I hadn't even heard.
Bro, it's on YouTube. Bro, send me that.
Stacey Adams, I hadn't heard that for a while, and Right On caught up. I was like, oh yeah, Snoop is.
Bro, yeah, bro, he different. He really different, and it's crazy because people don't pay. My thing is what I started realizing is they don't pay no respect to the West Coast, man.
Yeah.
Because between Ice-T, Ice Cube, and Snoop, you got Ice-T and Ice Cube literally like is the foundation of gangster rap though, like, and the whole world still gangbanging. Atlanta, Chicago, Texas, Midwest, everywhere. They got that from us. New York, they got Crips and Bloods and all kinds of shit. That's from us.
But my thing now about that, like, that's the one thing I don't, that kind of gets under my skin because of, is like, well, for instance, like, I don't really, I never gangbang, so, like, it's different for me, but, like, these new cats, I feel like they only, some of them, like, even Blueface, like, bro, why did you get put on Schoolyard, you know, as an adult? I don't know. I just find that really weird. You know.
You know, I mean, but there's a lot of people that are gang members that have been gang members.
Yeah.
Even that I know, they feel that same way.
But no, I'm saying like, yeah, a lot of people get put on his belt, but I'm saying like he wasn't. If you look at, bro, I have homies that went to school with this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, so I get it. Exactly.
For me, because it's like I see the difference of, oh man, this guy is like this is not who he is. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them, even the 6ix9ines, you know, like they feel like the gangbanging is cool. They do it so that they can have a swag.
So, and that's what I was getting ready to say. That is one of the things about it that is, it's the same reason why rappers want to be athletes. It's the same reason why athletes want to be rappers. It's the same reason why regular civilians want to be thugs. It is something about the allure of it. It's something about the swag to it. It's something about the feeling and the vibe that you feel like you're supposed to get and you can get from it. You know, it's a very multi-dynamic situation. But even talking to my homies, my boys that I know is of that lifestyle and live that life and had to live that life versus chose to live that life, because it is a difference. You know, it is. You know, they look at it the way that they look at it. You know, similar to what it is you saying, and at the same time, you know.
And Nip said it. He was like, bro. I don't knock anybody.
Exactly.
Sorry, my bad.
No,
I just got a message from my family there saying, I guess my grandmother's on the phone or something. It's not that big a deal. But I was saying, like, there's a difference between the people that do it because they want to and the people that did it because it's like, man, bro, we out here starving. We're trying to make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Nick was saying. He was like, bro, we did this out of necessity, bro.
And
you know what I'm saying? And he was bigger than just that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I see is that, you know, when you have a destiny and you're willing to, you know, put in some work, you know, bro, he was on the computer, bro. There was no way he was just out in the streets, bro. He was doing research, he was studying, bro. He was, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's from the set, you know, so he had to do what he had to do, you know, and that's the thing where it's like, for me, I have family that grew up in the set, you know what I'm saying? My uncle knew people from the 60s, you know what I'm saying? That's what kept him from getting killed. When he hit that drunk pedestrian, and the 6-0s pulled up on him, and he knew the guy that was about to blast him. See, to me, bro, I don't know, like, I don't find it cool because, like, I hear stuff like that from a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I almost got shot. Like, that's not cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't find it like, oh, yeah, let me go and, you know, do the, but at the same time, we have to understand that we were raised differently. You know what I'm saying? It was a different generation.
And this as well.
Cool with the gangbang. You know, people were doing it because that's who they were. It wasn't about being cool, you know, when we were young.
And I think as well too, one of the things, you know, that goes to us like generationally and growing older is the culture around, you know, for us in order for like black people to improve, you know, we gotta get those cultures back to defending and protecting and taking care of their neighborhoods, because that's where the core of it started. And then besides that, we gotta, you know, work on eradicating the culture where thugging is popping though, and that's the whole focus and the whole shit that everybody is on and trying to glorify, you know, in a life that folks is trying to live for no other reason than the fact that that's what it is and that shit is lit. Because again, like, that culture is bad, it's detrimental. Just the same thing you're talking about. Again, people that are doing it not because, you know, it's a real lifestyle that they came from and things like that, but people who is getting into this lifestyle to make music, to do whatever, they make us look bad. Because again, when the police is seeing black people and they talking about I was afraid, that's because they think about the Blueface song. Not Blueface particularly, but you know, it's because they thinking about, you know, I'm gonna shoot 50 people, I could crack, I'm a murderer, I'm all of this shit that's in the song. You know, it's because they're hearing all that
shit. There's a lot of kids in Santa Clarita, bro.
I'm already knowing.
That listen to that all day.
Exactly, and then they acting crazy with they people too.
They go and get a mobile house in Castaic and, you know, start pushing a little bit of weed, and it's like, bro, I'm a trapper. Bro, what?
You come from a good family.
Like,
come on.
You know what that means. Like,
come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't know, you know, who had the first mixtape with that phrasing in it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like, okay, I'm not here to pull anybody's car or nothing like that, but it's like, with you, I can have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And
bro.
Yeah, man.
You play football at LA High, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they're not gonna get it past you, bro. You've been in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's different for you.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest, it is different.
You can tell the, you know, when it's fraudulent, you know, when it's for
yeah, exactly. And you know what? The biggest thing too that I've started to begin to understand with the whole dynamic of that and like how it goes now too is the problem is we seeing a lot of people around. You know, we can't, again, the old era, the OG era, the era we was raised coming out of and told that it used to be like, is folks supposed to call each other out on that shit. But now we in this new era where it's not like that. We in this new era where, I ain't finna call nobody out. I want to be cool. I want to be their friend. And then at the same time, people want to be these same people that they with. So if I can let if this person start doing it and they get known for it, then I can low-key fake get known for it too. But again, I see it. I talk to a lot of my homies that is really from that life and really out there, you know, to some of them about it. And again, it really be offensive. But shit, again, like you said, I can't call it. And this is what they say a lot of times. They just be like, man, shit. The folks is out there. They doing what they doing. At the end of the day, the craziest part is, and even talking to Audrey about it with her little young friends, I always encourage her to encourage her young friends to not turn from their good life if they got a good life to that. And you know, at the same time, when you ain't got no swag, it's easy to go pick up that swag. When you ain't really your own person, it's easy for you to go pick that up. Because realistically, like, you can be every bit of from the city and every bit of from the neighborhood that you grew up in and every bit of Los Angeles without having to be that. It's plenty and so many people like that, but the ones that decide that they want to use that to benefit themselves, you know, they dive into that shit. And then again, like, you got so many stories about kids who come from good families, like really good families, like similar to these people you talking about, like from Santa Clarita, bro. Like, and they coming down to LA and finding gang members to hang out with, and then they're getting put into gangs lightweight, and as soon as they commit a crime though, then they not a thug no more though. Then they not a criminal. Then they not all of this stuff. But what's crazy is they got the lawyers to get them out of the case, and the black kids is going to the pen though. Just 2-3 years ago, it was a story about the kid that came. He made friends with these black kids. He was from like Palos Verdes or some shit. Went on a move. They killed some people. He was the driver. The black kids went to jail. He got probation because he's a good kid and he just was influenced.
Bro, see, and that to me is like, you know, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, it shows, you know, to me, some people are about proving themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, back in the day, it was about who I am, who I am. You know, you test me, you get what you get.
Exactly.
You know, and there's dudes, to me, that are still in the game today. Nobody really ever, I mean, people brought out different things. You know, the whole thing with T.I. and saying, like, man, check my paperwork and all that.
Exactly.
You know, that was a whole thing. You know, which whether he did or didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right, exactly, right,
like,
exactly.
When it comes to the snitching thing and all this and that,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, if you have a family and something to look forward to, and they're talking about, bro, we're gonna give you 100 years.
I ain't taking 100 years for nothing.
You're not gonna say nothing at all.
Right, you can't say you love your kid and you take 100. You can't.
Yeah, bro.
You
and
can't.
to me, it's more to it than just that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Sometimes they corner you in a situation where it's like, bro, you mean to tell me you're that down with these cats that really they're not grinding with you. They didn't get with you to that point. And that's the thing even about, you know, the gang thing. It's like not everybody from that set is representing you in the way that they, you know, you should want to
exactly
make that type of sacrifice.
But you know, I think I just watched this interesting video. It was these 3 dudes trying to jump. It was this one dude. They squared up like they was finna have a one-on-one. Then, you know, they get ready to have a one-on-one, and then the dudes low-key jumped the dude, and then they calling him a bitch while he running and all this shit. And it was gang activity and all this shit. They was banging on each other. And I'm watching it, and it brings that exact thing to mind. Ooh, you know, I remember seeing this this dude named Cowboy. I think he's from the 60s or whatever. He known, you know, like a very known OG, very closely known to Nipsey. I think he was there the day Nipsey died. You know, I remember it's this video of him out here checking this dude because he had like spray painted on the wall right on Slauson. Everybody seen the video, and it made me think of code of conduct and the way teams, you know, require people to carry themselves and how they require them to act. And I think that's another thing that's a part of it too, is at the end of the day, everybody out for different things when it comes to all of these things. And within that culture as well, when you got people who is all out for different things too, the expectation and their responsibility to carry themselves sometimes, I think, falls short oftentimes. And then as well, you got people who don't feel like they obligated to carrying themselves a certain type of way too. You know, they only obligated to gang banging. I'm only obligated to putting on for the hood. But when it comes down to how it is, you know, I ain't gonna rob somebody's grandma. I ain't gonna be hurting no, you know, school kids, you know, young kids in school. I ain't gonna be doing nothing that's gonna have them kind of people at risk and all of that stuff. You know, all of that goes out of the way when people is just here for the, again, just for the, I'm trying to have the most swag and the most fear too. Like, it's a crazy dynamic, because again, you're supposed to want to make sure that what you're doing put on for the whole everything, but at the same time, when they put on for the whole everything, you also want it to be a situation where, you know, you doing it the right way and we honorable in it. But again, it ain't no honor in the streets.
To me, cause of like, and I hear what you're saying, bro, and I really want to elaborate on it, because back in the day, there was a code. There was guidelines. There was a certain posture you had to have. It was like you didn't just act crazy, anywhere. You didn't just.
And again, a lot of those people, bro, was people that was on drugs, though. The people that would do that crazy ass shit, like shooting out or killing in the middle of some crazy shit, or doing all that crazy shit. Those was people that was like on drugs, man. That's the other thing. So continue what you were saying, because you're right. It was a code. So back to what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, and like you said, there were some people, like with anything. I told my wife the other day, we were watching this, and I was like, you have one of these people at every job. You have people with mental health issues in every walk of life. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's being embraced. Be who you are. I mean, even I hate to go off into another crazy topic.
No, go ahead.
Even with the LGBTQ community, it's like, why is it so? That have issues within gang culture, that because the code is switched, it's like, okay, it's okay to
do anything,
be different and do weird out of pocket stuff and have no accountability. To me, being gangster is being able to stand on your 10 toes. That's what I associate it with. You are who you are. And whether there's someone backing you or not, you can stand on your own feet. I don't see that in a lot of artists today. I don't see them being able to say, hey, this is who I am. I'm going to, like with 6ix9ine, all that stuff he was talking, it was like, bro, you can't say anything about being gangster when you have 100 security, bro.
It's right, because now...
And you're talking all this stuff.
Come on.
Bro, the way you're talking... is an automatic, like, bro, they're gonna run the thing on site.
Come on, because again, you ain't even talking about music. You just disrespectful.
Whether he sees that or not, like, that's just the way it is.
Period.
Like, and I don't know, man. I just see it, and even with some of our older cats, like even with Kanye, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you saying all this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, nobody can talk to him because I think he has some of this generation in him where it's like, bro, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, we understand that, Kanye, but at the end of the day, there are so many people that have done what you've done. You know what I'm saying? On a high level. I look at DJ Quick like a Kanye West in terms of his musical genius. And Kanye could say what he wants, but at the end of the day, Dr. Dre is like him.
Yeah, no, Dr. Dre's better.
Like, bro, there's plenty of people that produce, engineer, and have, innovative ideas outside of music that have put them on another bracket, on another level.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of get Kanye's frustration, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you're out of pocket. Like, why are you running for president way after?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
I know.
It's just so crazy. It's like there's protocol is out the door now.
But again, that's it.
In so many ways.
That's it. Protocol.
Protocol does not matter. What the criteria is to do something is so different now, bro. And that's fine. I get it, but I just can't rock with it. Like, I can't rock with 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really listen to his music. Now, you could say, all right, you're a hater, you're this and that, like, I'm the hottest rapper, whatever. But to me, just because you get a #1 hit
Do not mean
a lot of it has to do with
algorithm.
social media.
Exactly.
Just looking at the music, but like, bro, nobody is gonna. You're not gonna pay to go to
a 6ix9ine
a
concert.
69 show. He's gonna be in the lineup, and whether the momentum shifts his direction or not, like he's saying, he's like, bro, I feel bad for whoever goes on after me, like, you know.
I don't.
You know, bro, I really pay attention. I watch these interviews, but at the same time, it's just like.
No, what I'm saying is I don't feel bad for who coming up after him. When he say that, I don't feel bad for them. You trash. Like, my thing is, I want to be able to enjoy hearing a song. You can't enjoy hearing all that. Like, even in, like, the DMX comparative for the tonnage, right, of music, we looking at influence again. Bro, DMX got so many songs where you can really listen to his songs, man, and listen to what he's saying. He got a message. 6ix9ine don't got that.
Bro, but DMX really had bars, though.
That's what I mean, like.
And that's one thing I don't like is, like, everything is about, oh, well, bro, ain't nobody else rapping like this, and... Or, like, yeah, he has tone, that's great, but anybody can master the tone, but what is compelling about your music?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? What is, like, I can respect Lil Uzi because, like, he has some songs where he really gets off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Uzi is multi-dynamic and diverse. He is.
You know, and he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Or... What's another one? I mean, I'm not a big Cardi fan, but some of his songs even too is like, okay, that's cool. Like,
yeah, I was just watching.
I get the swag.
I was just watching Drink Champs, and Nori was sitting down with one of the greatest in our generation, Currency, and Currency was talking about how he fucked with Playboi Carti because Playboi Carti, you know, he realized Playboi Carti could actually rap.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can respect that, like, and I really, like, am interested to see what happens in the future, too, as these dudes get better, because, you know, some of, like, YB and Cordae is cold. He's super cold.
Yeah, I have.
YB and Cordae, one of the slickest, like, younger or, like, new artists to come out in a while.
It's going to be interesting to see, like, you know, little Israel, like, his generation, what they listen to.
I know, right? It's going to be crazy.
Like, when he's a teenager, like, who's going to be out, you know, I hope that it kind of goes back closer to, you know, what we got to do, you know what I'm saying? Because we got the best era of music, you know.
Ever, yeah, I think so, too.
2000s, so
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, for any genre of music, whether it be alternative. I mean, bro, that's why I really try to, like, bro, I was listening to certain bands and, like, bro,
right?
Not even rock is the same. Like, alternative music is, like, pretty much dead now.
Dead. That's crazy you said that.
Pop was even better back in the day. Like,
hell yeah.
It had more influences of like, R&B and funk and stuff like that.
And better artists.
You know.
I mean, not better artists, but...
Like John Mayer.
Right? Come on now.
You know, it's like, bro, his music is dope. You know, but artists like him aren't going to be as popular anymore because the quality of the music, to me, has gone down.
Yeah, it has.
For sure. Like, man, and this is me, like, Meg Thee Stallion is cool, but, like, I don't see anything special about what she does.
Well, I think you got to look at it from this standpoint, because I had to take a very hard look at her. And watch this. Meg Thee Stallion got some shit on her swag. She got a lot of Pimp C in her. If you go listen to Meg Thee Stallion bar for bar, she has a lot of Pimp C influence in there. And again, because she a woman, she got to just kick it a little differently to be socially, popularly relevant. If she was like Rhapsody, you know, rapping like that, she wouldn't get as much attention. I think now Meg still got room to grow in terms of how many songs in total she could continue to make high level, but her ability to rap though, if she just continue to just rap about her life and rap about her going zones and her experiences and stuff like that, and we can allow her to free herself outside of just her sex appeal, she gonna be able to do her thing though, because she got a lot of her southern influence, you know, that UGK. She got a little bit of 8Ball and MJG from a distance, and then she got some swag. But again, because it's so much focused on the sex, with her and sexualizing her.
How she got off on Savage?
Cold.
I can't cuss. No, like
Mhm.
when I first heard that, I was like, okay.
Mhm.
Like the beat is kind of like slapping and everything, but I just I don't know, like, well, it's crazy, like, cause even Doja Cat, like, I wasn't really on her, but then when I heard that Say So, I was like, okay, she's kind of dope, like she can spit.
Mhm.
You know, if you really like listen to her cadence and everything, like it's dope.
Yeah.
I can't deny when I see, because there is some talent there. I mean, I think I heard Meg Thee Stallion freestyle on the radio.
Nah, for real though. And that's the thing. I think the hardest thing for female artists right now is the way that the game is still set up. It's still focused on, nah, we want to make y'all. It has to be sex sales. It ain't like that balance yet where a woman can be like, you know, if I want to make a song about sex, I can, but I really come in the game and my first songs would be about just me rapping like a dude.
And not really have, like, it's crazy because Missy Elliott, she...
And even Missy was sex very sexualized. Exactly. Missy probably the most diverse female rapper like ever, where it's like not all just conscious, and then it's not like all sex. And even Missy was sexual.
Yeah, she definitely was, because it has to. But like when you look at Cardi B, like her new song, like literally is because of it's crazy.
I know.
She has a song that she's saying, I got wet. She just says that.
But you know what? So
it's to the point now where it's like, dang, like they don't even make it sound eloquent. It's just straight, just raw, nasty.
So you know what? You know what though? You know what it takes me to, like as a music fan, a DJ, again, just like you, a fan of the game though. Man, it ain't no different than 2 Live Crew, and it ain't no different than every single male rapper out here talking about how he's selling dope and he killing everybody. Think about it. Every song out by every rapper out is about how in these times still, we talking about Black Lives Matter and all of this, is about how they killing. I done killed 50 niggas. I done killed the whole hood. I'm selling dope to my community. I'm killing people by selling dope to them and all of these things. I'd honestly, you know, I just started looking at it and I was like, you know what? Yes, again, we as a consumer and as men got to allow women to be able to come into the game and be able to do more than just catch our attention when they trying to get on and get marketed solely sexually. But shit, it ain't nothing different though, because again, what is Future gonna come get on the song and tell us he on how many drugs?
Yeah, and he's gonna talk about trapping and.
You feel me?
You know.
The Migos in the kitchen whipping like stir fry. They talking about whipping crack to sell to somebody uncle or auntie or something.
Really though.
So you know, I think it's
that T-shirt.
Yeah, come on, same color T-shirt, like come on. But again, it's hard. It's hard music, and my thing, like I said, I want the women to get to a point where they can be able to come in, and it don't have to solely be sex sales. But I can sell sex. Like, you know, Lil' Kim was good for that. Lil' Kim was rapping like Biggie, like she was finna be shooting niggas and all of this stuff. Like, all right, that's cool. Like, we can do some of that. But I think we gotta just free them up to be able to do that in some ways, I think, as a consumer. Because the longer, you know, the only dude at the radio station, he only trying to play the song where the girl talking about fucking and a whole bunch of other stuff, then that's the only way we gonna ever be able to get their songs out. Is because when she talking about fucking. Think about it, the PDs and all of the DJ in the club, can y'all play some you and like that's my, you know, one of my favorite songs is UNITY by Queen Latifah. That song to me is so hard. It's like one of the greatest songs ever made to me. Because at the end of the day, Queen Latifah barring up, she going in, and everything about the intentions in the verse on the song and the subject matter is pure. I ain't trying to have no dudes walking up to me while I'm walking down the street, grabbing on me, you know, talking to me, calling me all kinds of crazy names and stuff like that. And then again, like, in order for us to prevail, we all got to be together and understand that we got to treat all of us better than that. That's a hard song, and it's really a bop, though. UNITY is a bop. But at the same time, it's like...
I'm about to listen to that on the way out there.
Come on, man. even like literally the first shit she say on there before before the verse is, who you calling a bitch? That's what she starts the song on. Who you calling a bitch? And then she start flowing and shit. And that's hard to me because at the end of the day, like, yes, it's cool for them to call themselves that and all this stuff, but cool, let's give us some opportunity to have a bop where she's saying, don't be treating me like that though.
But she's pulling the industry's card though.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because I feel like women like her, like, and I respect. See, back in the day, bro, it was really about being molded.
Yep.
And who you are, and cultivating all of your gifts. You know,
exactly.
Like Tupac with acting, and so many other rappers. I mean, Common and Queen Latifah. I respect them, bro, because they said, you know what, music, I'm still going to do hard music and great music, but I know that it's going to be hard for me to win in this industry with the type of artist that I am. So they went and started doing other things.
Exactly.
You know,
and then doing things as well before you finish that fit the kind of diverse characters that they are musically. Like, if you look at the intellectualism inside a lot of the characters that they play, it matches the subject matter in their music that began to not get the same amount of love that it deserved because it was so conscious. So go ahead, finish what you were saying.
That's really what it's about, bro. It's you know, to me now it's so different because everybody will make music at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be an artist. This is what I'm doing. To me, there's so many of these young cats, bro, that, you know what I'm saying? I respect Lil Baby because he that song that he put out.
Yeah, the Bigger Picture. Yeah,
crazy.
It's one of the better songs to be made in our generation, and like at least
Lil Baby,
recently.
He's catching it. Like he really wants to be different in the midst of what he's talking about. You know, now I understand they gotta put the music out, but bro, to me, some of these artists, even though they talk about self-development and stuff like this, bro, they're talking through they're the mouthpiece for a lot of people that they know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And they really, what they're saying is, like, bro, this is what we have to do to really eat, to really take care of our loved ones. You know, we would love to do this and do that. But I respect the ones that are like, man, you know what, I got to get my education too.
Exactly.
You know, we're talking about going to college, and we're talking about learning business. Like, that's the important stuff. You know, 21 Savage talking about, man, one of the richest people I know don't wear no jewelry.
Right.
So it changes their perspective. Like, oh, okay. When I was a kid, it was about working in the chains and getting the horns and going and splurging and doing this and that. And that's cool, but at the end of the day, when you have when the cards that you've been dealt, whatever your contract is, whatever your expenses, your overhead is, then either you make a decision, I want to be mature about this, or I just want to ride the wave.
Right.
I want to be able to have longevity, or I just want to enjoy the fruits of my labor right now and not really think about the future. You know, and that says a lot, about where the value is. And
I think it's important too because, just like you said, where the value is. Imagine how crazy somebody be feeling, and they spending time with somebody who richer than them, and they got on all this jewelry. Like, just what that do to your mind and the types of things that make you think about, like you said, what the priorities are. You seeing that and you like, damn, like, this almost kind of don't even make sense, realistically, like. Because again, it's cool to have my jewelry, but now let me think about it. Do this really say how much money I'm getting wearing this like this all the time? Dang, like, what could I do with this money that I just spent on all of this shit? What is they doing with their money? They ain't got no jewelry. They richer than me. They got this car I want. I gotta sell 2 albums and do a whole year worth of touring before I could even be able to get this little car, get this little technology device. Damn, how do I do that? So I think it's crazy that, and crazy in a good way, that we got artists who are in this new era who like is expressing and sharing their growth and their experience with the people though too. Because again, that's something worthwhile to have all the young folks learning. Just like how you said, to go back to the idea of being the mouthpiece. That's really like the power of it and the responsibility. So shout out to 21 Savage, because at the end of the day, too, that's he taking his responsibility and doing what he should be doing with it, which is educating his people. Is gonna make a better generation of artists for Little Israel.
And I think it's tough because they're sometimes they get caught between a rock and a hard place. It's like, man, you know, I don't want to promote certain things. I don't want to be a certain way. But then you have people that, you know, everybody is entitled to a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's when some of these rappers do get caught up and they get, you know, whether it be getting caught up in superficial things or getting caught up in legal things because, you know, you get frustrated. It's like, bro, these dudes have been testing me, you know, and they just, you know, when they get gun charges and stuff like that, you know. But it's different for them because it's like somebody can tell them, oh, you know, don't talk about violence, don't promote violence, you know, don't, you know, do this.
But it's like these people is making me violent too.
Guns,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people are out here getting shot and killed, bro.
Trying to kill them.
Just the police, but by civilians.
Yeah. Just
because they have that type of energy.
Exactly, and that profile too.
It's a different era we're in where it's like the respect factor isn't. People want to test people's gangster just because they feel like it's a thing to do. Like, I'm gonna see if this person is really about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me run up on him. It's like, bro, just because I have money doesn't mean that I'm not willing to stand for myself. You know, protect myself.
And also, because I got money, a lot of people are more willing to protect themselves because, again,
exactly, it's more of a necessity.
I earned this, and I can't lose my life.
Oh shit! Die.
I can't lose my life messing with you.
Man, stop the blood.
And again, you know, one of the more interesting things too is, you know, it's so many artists that are dying. People is dying. Niggas is getting shot and dying out here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, so it's like, eventually, it ain't no time to be playing. I don't have no time to waste. I'm gonna catch a gun charge because I'm strapped. I gotta kill these dudes if they trying to come get my shit from me.
Yes, that's what Soulja Boy had to do.
Come on, and he's still here.
His own homies, bro, that ran into his house. Like, and that was the thing about Pop Smoke. It was like, bro, that shows like our generation. We don't. That to me, like, when he posted his address and did all that.
Well, you know what it said to me?
It shows that we become too comfortable with certain things like social media. Like,
but again,
social media is a blessing and a curse.
As well, it also says to me that people, you know, man, you ain't never untouchable. That's the first rule of the streets. And again, living in LA, in the home of the gang culture, that's what you learn at a very young age, just by imagery and understanding. Man, ain't nobody safe from these streets, and ain't nobody unclappable. So everything that you got to do got to be under the eyes of somebody might come and try and take this from me, and what this is could very well be your life. Because again, like, bro, you rap about gangster shit. You supposed to be ready and prepared and treating it as if, you feel me, you got to move like the president. Because if you don't, you could very well not be here. So, you know, that was one of the sad things about that moment.
To go to where you're off the map.
Come on.
For you as an individual. You are off of your map.
Mm-hmm.
And to come over here and move.
Come on.
With the liberty that you would from where you're from, that's crazy.
Yeah, to move here like you differently than you would move at. You wouldn't do that at your but again, that's what the rules is. You wouldn't do that at your house. Don't do that here.
But see, that to me, that kind of goes back to like, I feel like wherever he's from, he feels like
He the king of the world. I can't be touched.
out here is nothing compared to where I'm from.
And
I feel
again,
like maybe he had that mentality.
and that's where niggas get it fucked up. This still the Wild Wild West. It just look different. Bro, them, and you know
We don't have project
the dudes, the dudes in the story about who killed them is, come on, shot and killed in the suburbs. And the story getting out about the dudes that killed them and shit like that, bro. They some regular, schmegular ass LA dudes, dog. Regular. So think about that. You didn't even get killed. Not no disrespect, man. Whatever. You didn't even get killed by.
That's what I was gonna tell you too, because I have to share this story with you. So my homie, you know Noah, right?
Mhm.
The wedding.
Yeah.
He knows somebody from Santa Clarita
Mhm.
that got shot and killed by a liquor store owner. Now this dude
That's stupid.
felt that he was so gangster, that he was so this and that he wanted to rob the liquor store, bro. He got killed. Bro,
Like a hood, like it was a hood movie.
somebody that's not even, they don't even shoot like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they're known for. And for you to step into that, and that shows me where the disillusionment is at.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not, that's not, why would you do that? You know, but that's him. I'm just saying, like, or if I were to be in that situation,
Exactly.
I would ask myself, like, why, bro, this is not who I am. Like,
Why do you feel compelled that this got to be the move? Yeah.
exactly. And out there, it's like, bro, you're not going to get any bread. Like a liquor store, like, you're not going to get any money. And he probably just did it for the clout, you know, to show people.
But again, what clout do you get from something like that? Because all you risking is death, jail, or getting away for a little bit. You do you understand it? You don't get away from thugging. You retire. You don't get away. Because again, the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and you either get one of three results. You get away till the next time, you end up dead, or you end up in jail. Till the next time. Until you retire, like Nip retired, like Hove retired, like Tip retired. You know, like Snoop retired. Like you know.
They graduated. It was like, bro, I can't afford to do this. And honestly, people have to respect it because it's like they have the mind and also the discipline to manifest what it is that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, bro, I can't make a certain amount of money with you guys. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this anymore. Now, if you give me an opportunity where I can make this type of money and stay out of the penitentiaries, then we can talk.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Nobody can tell. It's like when Jesus said, "Who has no sin cast the first stone."
Mm-hmm.
What can you do with that? Nothing. Nobody can argue with, bro, I can't make the money that I'm making right now doing what I would do with you.
At all.
Give me something on paper. I want to see a spreadsheet of how I'm going to make this money.
Right.
Bro, they don't even talk that language. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
can't nobody say that. Can't nobody tell them that. Cause don't nobody fucking know. Think about it. Like the people that want to be telling them all of that shit can't get them nothing logical. Like I was sitting there talking to that homie, right? Alright, so it's one of my homies. It's my dog, like my straight dog. Like since basically the first time we ever played ball together. After that, we've been boys ever since. Period. Man, we was talking and I'm like, man, you could do this, and this. We could do this. Man, I'm giving options though, and not to say that I'm all seeing, but I'm just giving options based on the way that my mind work on things that logically can be done. I'm like, man, you could get a bike shop though. You feel me? You like dirt bikes and shit like that. You be riding dirt bikes. You can get a bike shop. You like fishing and all this shit. You got to be able to provide people realistic shit to build to. Now the next step is being able to help them build to it. And that's the thing, like you said, if you can't show nobody a spreadsheet or break it down and really show them how it's possible in a way in which to make it happen, they gotta stay doing what they doing, because that's making it happen. And I don't think a lot of people understand that though. It's crazy. Count Kennedy probably better than YG. Yep, he better. For sure. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? Everybody on YouTube eardrum. Hello? I'm finished ready in a little bit. I gotta go to this shop, low key, this skate shop, while I'm on the way out there. So I'm probably gonna do that right now. I know she was telling me, she was like, well, cause at first I was talking to her this morning and I was just telling her how we was talking about getting breakfast and she was like, you should have told me, I would have made some food. So I'll see what she got going on, but we'll see actually. Either way, we gonna get some food though. I for sure pick up something for us to eat regardless. So we'll see what's cracking. But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. For sure, let's get it. So what? Alright, perfect. I know, y'all just watched them too, so we gonna get it in there. I'm gonna see you in a minute, for sure. Yeah. Bro, look, we for sure just recorded the episode. When I'm not making music or like watching the news and shit like that or working on other shit, I'm streaming on Twitch, so Twitch and YouTube. So I for sure was streaming on Twitch when you called me and I was like, hold on, this conversation just picked up a notch. So it's in there. So we gotta get your homie in here and let's get it. Let's really get the authentic DJ podcast. That's what I'm saying. So you feel me? I'm doing mine's like basically like just me solo and then it's guest because people will call and if the conversation is cool, like the conversation may go on. Oh yeah, on Instagram, yeah, that was crazy, right, bro? That like just happened to happen, bro. I just like low key interviewed the homie, so I'm trying to like low key keep that up. And sharing in perspective too, because again, like you never know who's feeling like you, thinking like you, sees it the way that you see it. So you feel me? I think that's important. And you get it, bro. Like just, again, the story about your homie in Santa Clarita, bro. Yeah, excuse me, about Noah's homie, bro. That story, that folks need to hear shit like that, because again, that don't make no damn sense. It's so many. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's life. Come on, bro. Because again, and they realize their power too. Again, with the Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, you feel me? The power, Beyonce power effect. They realize they power. Like women it's an even balance between us both, realistically. Like the man is the catch, the woman is the catch. You have to be catchable. Period. You gotta be. It's like being a prospect. It's like being a player. Don't nobody want no dude who only catching 50% of his catch, his targets. I need 100% of your targets caught. So that when the ones that you ain't nice on, like that means something. Like nobody just want no dude doing whatever. I can get plenty of dudes doing whatever. Any dude want to do whatever. Like you can't just have that. You gotta be, appealing to them in all forms and all levels, man. But I don't think dudes get that because again, they get stuck in the past.
Spiritual and psychological things that have to be learned, and it's something that you might know, but it's different when it becomes something that you do.
Hold on one
second.
second.
I'm saying, like how you move and how you think, and not having a certain thirst for attention and things like that. That's stuff that has to be developed, and in this generation, it's kind of been modeled to have that thirst and to have that, I'll do anything to get on. That's and we were talking about the podcast too, because it was like, okay, what type of do we want to keep it, tailored, gentleman's style, because for me, bro, I've always been prided myself on being a gentleman, rap a certain way, because, bro, that's how I've been shown. It's like, even my dad, when he's in his turn, he doesn't do weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? This generation doesn't get drunk and stand on top of the table or get socked out by security. They don't do all that.
They said he was getting socked out.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, I've never been to any of my dad's stuff and seen somebody get
socked out by security.
Do that.
Damn. Man, niggas do be getting socked out by security, you right.
Yeah, and it's like, and to me, it's like, okay, how do you look like pressing security? Like, that's crazy. Like, you look stupid.
Getting socked out. Yeah, no, you do look stupid pressing security. Because, again, it's not your place. It's their place.
And they're there to, even if you do get a couple good licks, it's like, bro.
Man, it's 15 of them. You ain't gonna, man, what?
Bro, and those dudes are big, too. It's like, they're bro, unless you're like,
league body. And again, it's more them.
Johnson, but even those type of cats are gonna come in there and they're like, bro, I'm here to have a good time. Like,
yeah.
I'm not here to show out. Like,
man, heck, man, come on, man. It's, man. But again, it's people running from a lot of things. People are immature. People are, and going back to running from a lot of things, people running from finding their real self and being their real self. Sometimes you a square. Be a square. People don't want to be a square. I want to be gangster. I want to,
but to me,
it's hard.
Like, okay,
I want to be tough. I want to be
square
on
is
bullshit.
Like I know people that they would call me a square, but at the same time, some of the stuff that I've done, they can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're calling me a square, but at the same time, they're doing something on top of us. Just because I'm not a gangster doesn't mean that I can't do certain things that you want to do.
And again, just like you said just a moment ago, just like you said, not to brag either.
Yeah, it's, bro, bro, because when we were young, like, it was different, bro. People would really be mad. It's just like, he's not from over here, he's not this, he's not that, why is he different? It's like, bro, because we are who we are.
Basically.
You know what I mean? And when I realized this, it was like, bro, I can't let people scare me with certain things. You know what I'm saying? I think the first time I remember this kid tried to act hard, and he's like, such and such, I'm going to bring my brother, they're from such and such, I'm going to bring them back over here. And I was like, all right, bro, tell him, come on. I did that because I knew, I was like, bro, he's not going to walk all the way there. He's going to come all the way back over
He not.
Situation.
He not. Ever. And again, you want to know why he not? Because he a mark. Because he had to say he going to go get somebody. I'm going to take care of it myself, man. If I can't take care of it myself, then I'm assed out. I ain't finna go call nobody. And if I do go call somebody, it's after y'all done call somebody. That's the only time. We either gonna get this figured out right now or it ain't gonna be nothing. But people don't really move by them rules. And again...
Yeah, and they don't think about it. See, we think about it logistically. It's like, hey, this is not... If it's a really situation, and handle it right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude at my job did that to me, and I kind of saw red for a moment. I was like, bro. And then I thought about it too. I'm like, dang, I'm out of character right now because this is not who I am. But I'm just irritated, and I did want to fight. Bro. I saw the moment where it was like, bro, I know I can hit this dude and pull off right now, and he would be with his stuff.
Again, and then when you think about it, it's like, but what do I get from it?
This is my job.
Yep.
Like, I have a pregnant wife at the house, like, that's right up the street from me right now. This is not even my car. You know what I'm saying? What if it does go wrong? If I see the dude again, I'm not even from out here. I don't know, he might have family from Mexican mafia. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I could really get into a situation right now. So it was just one of those things where I had to humble myself and I had to realize.
And it's like,
if I fight this dude, how does it benefit me?
thank you for what? What do I get? What do I get
Even
from
if I
it?
do hit him and it turns out, well, what if he beats me up?
Exactly.
Am I going to be okay with that? Is he going to be okay even if he beats me up? And, you know, is he going to take it to another level?
Right. See, you could beat him up. You could beat him up. You could be exactly. You could beat him up, and he'd be like, nah. Lord knows what might happen. And you always gotta be ready as a black man now. It's crazy. So, things going on. Yep. Sleep. Yup.
There's no, okay, we got to do what needs to be done. We can't be listening, you know what?
I like that. Now is not the time to be out of sorts. That is it. You damn right. It is not the time.
Well, shoot, I might have to pee him and.
Yeah, go on ahead. I know it's already 12:03. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you. Peace.
it.